What's going on, guys? Kag here, and today we're going to look over the population numbers as well as the brawl meta for all servers. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so I changed up how I do it a little bit. So now I'm doing the same name and I'm doing the population numbers as well as the brawl meta at the same time. And instead of top 10, I'm doing top 20 as well as keeping track of what the numbers were last week. So in Korea Artemil, it was 1,567. Now we have 1,667. So gained 100 players. Possible some are, bot sellers, things like that. But there's probably some that are real there. Now, when we look at the top 20, Vanessa is seeing a bunch of resurgence again for all the top 20 here. Top 1 is the only one using Validule, but Beta is being used by the people who have her. We have one Garu, but we'll see a bunch of Lima, Akasha, and we're seeing some Green Archer, mainly because I believe she blocks Revival, right? I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that she blocks Revival, which is against the Vanessa meta kind of going on there. And then both of the LD Dragonites when they're available. Juno's obviously everywhere. Wunsa is very, very powerful because he's got buffed recently. Laura as well. And as you see right here, both of these guys in the top 10 using the same exact lineup. But the Green Archer is seeing a very big resurgence. Then we have, as I said, Lima, Jaeger. Only one Genos, but another Garu. This one guy using Galleon. Mostly, I'm assuming it's against the what they call condom heal meta, where you just have a bunch of healers, because his ability now cuts healing, so it'll be very good burst, especially with Orbia. More Ikasha. We got Jaeger. As you see, a bunch of the Jaegers are mostly in the top 20, but not in the top 10. That's why I wanted to do the top 20 to really show you what's actually going on here. Green Panda has kind of fallen off a lot because of the Fire Dragonite being a huge counter to him. Then we look at Korea El Sharian, which was 1,326 players. Now 1,446, so 120 players. About the increase that you would expect. We'll see the same thing pretty much being dictated by LDs. We have Lima for the top 5 are Lima users. Wunsa, Ragdoll. I'm unsure about Kraka because she's gotten a bit changed recently. Then when we come down here, Lima. But Vanessa is the confusing thing. None of the other servers are really using Vanessa. It's a 5-mana revive, but it might be worth looking back into her. I'll have to look. I don't think she's gotten buffed in the last 2 KR updates, but I'll have to see what's going on with her because she's everywhere in KR, as well as I think I've seen more Limas. This one right here, Dusky, is a very, very good unit because as your beneficial effects are being removed, it gets stacks, and when it has full stacks, it does a fear, very similar to Garu, but it's kind of an anti-strip one, which is very, very powerful. And then check this guy right here, the triple dark Beta and Ragdoll are very, very good units. 15, so top 20. Lima, Garu. Pandas everywhere, but you'll see it is a lot of Kina around. Then we have NA West Annabelle. It was 2,454. Now it is 2,750, so plus 350, which is a sizable difference. Then we have the top 20, which 1 and 2. West is kind of an interesting server because on West there's more Orbeas than anywhere else. But as we'll see, Lima, Ikasha, these are the two main light units you'll see all over the place among all servers. Aerial starting to see a decline in usefulness as people are drafting answers now with what is it? Green Wind Beetle is a very good counter for him. Then we come down a little bit of Vanessa, one Vanessa, double Praha. Same thing I said right here with Dusky. Another Ikasha. Now, this guy down here at 15 with the Tion, I've been looking back into Tion myself, and Tion's been a very, very powerful pick for myself. Chiwu's kind of a weird pick, but I believe he's another content creator, Salty Stark. I believe he's either free to play or very, very low spender, so probably a counter pick with what he's got. Look at this. Lima, Juno. And 2 of the 3 Limas are with Juno. It's hilarious. Then we have NA East Katarina, 2,208. And now we have 2,457, so plus, 250. Good number increase. There's Ragdoll, Ikasha, Elenoa. I've only ever seen her call YQ. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But as you'll see, Kina, Cleef. Lima Nagong is pretty cool. Juno, obviously, everywhere. We got a couple Orbeas in here. The normal Aerial, Juno, Wusa. Wusa has been fixed, so that's really, really good. A couple Mollies, which is really cool. More LDs of the week, Isis and Elenoa. A ton of Aerial, and I've seen a lot of Libli being used, which is very interesting nowadays. Then we have NA East Valajul, which was 1,822, now 2,184, which is like almost 400, 400 increase roughly. And then Cleef, Orbia. To Leica, full fire team, very, very cool. Like I said, a little bit of Vanessa being used. Anything special? Look at all the Aerial. There's the Purian pick, very cool. Rukin, very, very cool. Very little shushu going around. There's still some shushu, but very, very little. There's been a huge uptick in Annabelle recently because of her buffs. Garu still seeing tons and tons of play. Actually way more Tessarian than normal over here on Valajul. Teor, 1,705 and is now 2,032, so plus 330. Ikasha, Isis, Sertides. But as you'll look, Cleef, Kina. A little bit of Orbia. Ikasha, Lima. If you get Ikasha and Lima on your account, you're pretty much golden. A Ragdoll or a Jaeger would be good as well, but oh man. Sean is also Sean, however you want to say it. He's also very, very powerful. Look at this. Triple LD. Uh, Nephis, Molly, and Nagong. Illinois down here. But as we see, Cleef, Cleef, Cleef. Cleef, Cleef, and then some Morbius. Beretta's really good here. Ooh, the Ting Ling. I like him a lot. And I'm kind of concerned because when we look back at a lot of the teams we looked at, especially in the KR server, there was a lot of teams that should have been using Soha, in my opinion, but they just had better LD options. Now moving into EU, we have Talasha, which was 10,830. Now it is 11,834, so plus 1,000 players. Then we have Orbia, Kina, Kina, Kina. Love that guy, Veramos. Wunsa, a little bit of Cho. Cho, it has been a little bit interesting because of his ring effect. It doesn't look like it does. Cho is just in a very hard spot to analyze because if you're up against things like Wunsa, Juno, and some other harmful effects that just stay on you, he's very, very powerful. But if it's something like Garu, then it doesn't do anything because by the time you're able to cast it, you're out of the fear, so there's no longer anything to cleanse. It's a weird situation. Oh, also, Kina, Kina, Kina. Kina, 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 Kina. 7 Kinas in the top 10. More Vanessa than normal. The one guy using the Tion doing pretty well. As we see, man, what is it? Julian, right? Julian, Eleanor, Isis, nothing real special. We have more Julian, Nagong, and Lima. AU Liebly, 10,924, and it is now 11,507. Kina, Kina, Orbia, Cleef. The full fire. Look at this. That's a Chad fire team right there. You gotta respect that fire team. Look at that. Because, like, if you hit the knockback on your S2 for Kina, that will be CC enough for Garu to proc his first active skill to get that free second active skill. That's a very, very cool team. I like it. This one's also very, very deadly. Seraction, Eleanor, Juno. This is about the standard that you would expect. Fire. Vampire Hunter. A little bit of Cho. Nothing too crazy. A bunch of Green Panda. And I only saw one Leica on the server, so that's probably why there's a ton of Green Panda. Because Leica just runs over Green Panda. Isis right there. Then we have Sean. A bunch of Wusa, as you would expect. Over to JP, Tiana, which was 2,945. It is now 3,125. So, plus 200 people. Julian, Lima. Look at that. Number 3 Tion. Look at that. Love me some Tion. Then we have another Sean. Cleef, Kina, Kina. Cleef, Kina, Kina. Tiana. Green Panda, Seraction, some Chandra works pretty well with Cleef. Nephthys, really, really good. Lima, Elenoa. Here's some Leica down here. That's what I wanted to see. Notice how there's some Green Panda, but there's a whole lot less when you have some Leica on the server. Then we have the standard of array of Ariel, Wusa, and Juno. Wait, what's this Soha doing here? Soha is a healer that strips, but I mean, you don't have anything to do with it here. That's kind of weird. Then we have JP Nephthys, which was 3,207. It is now 3,313, so plus 100 people. Kind of a slow... Ooh. Fire Beetle, which is interesting, with Artemil. Awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. We have the standard array of Juno, Aikasha. This is our one Neptune. There's a Ragdoll. This server has the most Shushu's I've seen, as well as Blue Archers, which they're Oblivion, they're good. Nothing wrong with her. Check that out. I respect that a lot. Double assassin right there. Look at that fire Ikaru. Interesting. Cleef. Kina. A little bit of Genos. There's way more Garu than Genos, but I love the Genos when I see it. And now Asia. Vertihil, 13,776. Now it is 15,118, so plus 2,000 players. And look at the LDs. Oh boy. Ikasha, Ragdoll, Dusky. I don't know the Dark Raven name. Jaeger. Ooh. The Light Pirate Captain is an assassin. That's cool. That's kind of a weird array, right? Because he has... That one's an assassin. You have Frigate, which is a warrior. And you have Galleon, which is a tank. So it's just the full array. And look at this. Kina, Cleef. And there's my Tion. That's a cool team to spam Tion S1 and cycle through their skills all the time. That's really, really powerful. And then the Juno Lima team. Kina. Yep. Artemil, very, very powerful. A little bit of... man, I'm blanking on her name. The Blue Desert Queen. And then there is our Vanessa that we don't have much of on Asia. Jaeger, Ragdoll, the Light and Dark Dancers, Beretta, Molly, Ikasha, Asia Lupinus, 7,319. It is now 7,752, so plus 400. Ragdoll, Lima. That is an account. That's all you need. That's disgusting. Jaeger with assassins is very, very cool because assassin dies, Jaeger gets strong. Especially if your summoner was Kina, because Kina could revive the assassin and keep going. Ikasha. I don't believe... It'd be interesting if it showed the elements, because like if this down here was with Wind Weapon, with Sir Action to do tornadoes to trigger the silence, this is a powerful team. Kina. Ragdoll. Damn. A bunch of Genos. More Genos than anything I've seen before. A little bit of Silver Fang. Kina, 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 Kina. Kina, Kina, Cleave, Cleave, Cleave. Wunsa, which is on the come up right now, Isis. And then last but not least, Asia Aerial, which was 17,600. It is now 18,528, almost 1,000 extra people. Nothing too crazy on the first page here. We have one Lima. Yeah, not a ton of LDs going on over here on Aerial, Frigate, Lara, Artemil. Cleave, 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 Kina, Kina. Ooh, Fire Chimera seeing some love. I do love seeing some Leo going around. Because I love counterpick units. There's a lot of Shoo on this server. I saw the other ones. Also tons of Water Archer. And then we have Cleave, Cleave, Cleave and a couple Orbeas. And that is it, guys. So Asia got the most additional players as normal. JP and Korea got the least amount of extra people, which is normal. And everything else is on a standard come up as far as people are concerned. The meta across all these servers are kind of close. It feels like we have a standard array of 5 to 10 units and the elemental slots that everyone uses and LDs that you have. A lot of people using the strongest LDs. Let me know what you guys think is going on with the meta, and if there's any underrated picks that you would like to see, like Charlotte, things like that, down below.